Um, Perfect. I have only been here 30 minutes. I feel the love. I feel the love in this church. It's really nice. And Rami asked me to come as I am a career coach. So I have my own business. And Rami and I used to work together at a telecommunications company. And I was an HR, human resources director. So a lot of experience with hiring and recruiting employees and developing employees. So I decided 4 years ago to start my own business. And now I help people build their confidence, prepare for job interviews, help them craft their resume, because the Aussie culture, I was not born in Australia, so it's different here. And I help them write their LinkedIn profile. And yeah, I help them understand what their strengths are. And that's what I would like to talk to you tonight about, is the strengths. So just some background on me. I was born in Phoenix, Arizona, the US. Has anyone ever seen the Grand Canyon? The Grand Canyon in Arizona in the United States? No? Some of you, yeah. That's the state that I am from. It's very hot there. I married an Aussie man who I met. We were both directors in training at American Express. So I met him many, many years ago, and I just got my citizenship a few months ago. We have 3 kids, 21, 23, 25, so they've all finished uni, and they're trying to figure out, well, there's a high school teacher and a nurse, and the third one's still undecided. He's still navigating. And I love helping others. So we've also hosted exchange students from high school. Now, in my business, I use it's called the Gallup Strengths Tool, and I have people take this online survey. It takes 40 minutes. It's a lot of questions. And then it comes back with a report, and it tells me and this person what their top 5 or their top 10 strengths are. So it could be something like analytical, or it could be strategic, or someone that has empathy, somebody that's competitive, like in games and sports. And so I help them understand those strengths. So I've done 600, I've lost count. I've done over 600 one-on-one strengths profiles with people. So now I know what TV shows they like. I know the funny behaviors, like some people that have one strength called activator. They're the ones in the elevator or the lift pushing the button because they want it to go faster. So having a strengths knowledge really helps me with career coaching, but also with my husband, with my children, and it really is helpful in making career choices, particularly for the younger folks, in which career paths they should choose. And it also affects a lot of people my age who have worked, unhappy in their job, and they want to change. So I help them figure out what's the next best career path for them based on their strengths. So this is a picture of this particular tool. It has 34 strengths, and there are families. So the first family is the people that like to do stuff. Like, I think Rami is a doer. He's always involved in helping others. And then there's the influencing family of strengths, which are the people that are sometimes leaders, like they stand up and take charge, or they might be in the military, or they might be in Olympics, like there's coaches. And then the relationship building family of strengths, which are, because everybody can see that, it's kind of hard to see. The blue column are the people that have relationship skills, like they care about the team. They check in on teammates to make sure that they're okay if something's wrong. And then the last one are the strategic thinking. So they're the people that are very, they can be very visionary, they can be very detailed in making decisions and making the best decisions. So those are the kind of the 4 families of strengths. And then these are pictures of my top 5. So the elephant with the little duckies in the upper left, that strength is relator. And I love working with a team. I love working with people. I like having a best friend at work. The one in the middle with the earth is responsibility, which means that I have good work ethic and I don't want to let anyone down. It's kind of have the world on my shoulders, that expression. And then the fruit and the vegetables, can everybody see the colors, how they're nicely organized? That's a strength called arranger. And I actually, in my wardrobe at home with all my clothes, I have lights, darks for work clothes, and then I have lights to darks in my casual clothes. So I am very color coordinated in my wardrobe. That's just one quality of the arranger strength. And then, can anyone guess what the blue balls are with the yellow smiley face? What strength that might be? Yes, perfect, it's positivity. Good guess. And then the last one is the little doggy, and that is called woo. So I love meeting new people, and woo stands for winning others over. So I always love going to new events. Next week, I'm speaking at it's an Italian association, the Dante Alighieri group in the city. So I just like doing these types of speaking engagements. And the reason that I'm passionate about strengths is if you know what your strengths are from this profile survey and you can use them every day at work, you are 6 times happier at work and 3 times happier in your personal life. And I'm sad to say that the Australians, only 14% are really happy to go to work every day. So it's a very small percentage of Australians. This is a list of all of my top 10 strengths, and I won't go into detail because I think it's hard to see, but one of the things that I do with my clients is we analyze which of your top 10 strengths can you use in your job. And what I've done here is I've compared what my job was 6 years ago. I was a corporate director, I was an HR director, and there were a few strengths that were not met. In other words, my strength of woo, I didn't get to meet new and different people all the time because I was always working behind the scenes at my company. I have harmony, and the other leaders were always kind of fighting. I didn't enjoy that because I wanted everyone to get along and to help achieve the company objectives. So those were a couple of things that told me that I need to change jobs, and now I've changed careers. And as you can see, my career coaching business has all smiley faces, so I use all of my top 10 strengths in my business today. Does that make sense? Cool. And then I have a couple of other examples as well of clients that I've worked with. So one lady, she was really unhappy. She did tax law accounting for, I think she worked at Westpac Bank, and she couldn't understand why she was so unhappy. And when we did her strengths and analyzed the things the talents that she has naturally, she loves coaching others, she loves being part of a team, and at her company she was like a one-man service desk, so she didn't get to work with other people in the team. When she received work, she would do it all on her own and then just hand it over. There wasn't a lot of partnership in the work that she did, so that was a big moment for her, that she needed to make a career change. And then another lady that I helped, she was she worked at Taronga Zoo as a environmental educator. So she taught the little kids about how to protect the environment. But because she had a strength called learner, she was bored. So she couldn't learn new and different topics. And so she ended up changing to run a child care center for disadvantaged kids. And she was so excited to make that change. And that new career, it better matched her strengths. And then these are just some tips for people that are still trying to figure out whether you're 18 years old or you're 50, 60 years old. I have clients of all ages, to figure out what makes you happy and to study, what do you watch on TV, what do you read, what do you love to talk about, because sometimes that is your passion. And how helpful it is to kind of make a plan, and that plan may not have the answer, but it may have steps to ask people what do they think of this career, or what's it like in this job, or just a bit of research. There's lots of resources. And then getting a mentor is really helpful if you have access to that. So I help connect people to mentors. And just take it one day at a time. Like when I started my business, I didn't have a lot of clients, and so I set goals to do 100 students, 100 high school students the first year. I think I got to 200, and I wanted to do I think it was 25 adults my first year, and I got to about 30 that I would help in their career coaching. So every year I set goals, and I always set goals to do volunteer work as well to help others where they might not have the funds. So I'm helping a woman from Romania who speaks German, and she's taken a risk and moved to Australia. She knows no family, no friends, and so I'm helping her with her career. She's not sure what she wants to do, but she definitely wants to stay in Australia. And I think that's it. I've got resources here that have, really helpful TED Talks for people that are kind of searching for confidence if they feel down, which is quite common, and some other job search websites that I've got here. And I think that's it. Did I take to 10 minutes? Am I at 10 minutes? Yes? Excellent. So thank you again for having me. Thank you.